Hey there, adventurers. Welcome to Let's Just Go podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kayla. And today we are going to be continuing on our series talking through Walt Disney World resorts with the Contemporary Resort.
Yeah, maybe you've listened to other ones. Maybe this is the first one you're listening to. We're talking about the Contemporary Resort. It might be my least favorite deluxe resort. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. But if Magic Kingdom is the top of your priority list, you cannot get a better location than the Contemporary.
Correct.
Period.
There is no single resort closer to Magic Kingdom. And if you get a theme park view, you can possibly lay in bed and see the castle. So that is...
Don't hate that.
No, we can't hate that. But let's talk about the positives. Okay, there aren't any.
I was going to say, what are they?
Yeah, so it's about an 8-minute walk to Magic Kingdom, right? So depending on where you are. The other part is there is a whole back section. So we'll dive in a little bit more, but there's a whole back section called the Garden Wing. The rooms are not, like, they're a little smaller, but they're pretty much the same. They don't all have balconies like they would in the main tower, but they are significantly less expensive. So if you're looking at where on the monorail can I stay for the least amount of money, it is the Garden Wing at the Contemporary. So if that's a priority for you, you will be, and you're looking to get like a entry-level pricing of a resort, of a deluxe resort, that is going to be your place. But
yeah,
outside of that, I do like the new rooms, the rethemed rooms with the Incredibles theme. Yeah.
Cute. I will say there is one more positive, and that is California Grill.
Good food. I would say they have good food, right? So California Grill, and which is on the top of the building, and it's a signature restaurant, so a little pricier, but like good sushi, all kinds of food. I mean, sign me up for that. Have you been to Steakhouse 71?
No, I haven't. The last time I was there was when it was the Wave.
So the new Steakhouse 71, which is on the ground floor of the main building, is great. It's really great. It actually has one of the best cheeseburgers I've ever had in my life.
I was going to say that I've heard very good things from not just you about the cheeseburger.
Well, and here's a tip. The cheeseburger is only on the lunch menu, but if you ask for it at dinner, or it's also only on the lounge menu, but if you ask for it at dinner, you can get it.
But outside of those, like, their quick service is probably my least favorite quick service across deluxe resorts. Like, it's called the Contempo Cafe, and it's fine. Yeah. And then Chef Mickey's, I've personally never been, but there's not a single thing about that place that appeals to me, because my biggest issue with the Contemporary is the acoustics. It is so loud in that building 100% of the time. Not necessarily on the ground floor where like the lobby and Steakhouse 71 are, but the second you go up those escalators and you're on the like main floor, I don't know what like level it is, but you've got the monorail coming through, which like is noise. You've got the people standing in line for the monorail, they're loud. You've got Chef Mickey's, they're making so much noise. And Chef Mickey's is like screaming children noise. And then you've also got like all of the shops are on that floor. Like, it's just, there's so much happening, and there's nothing above it. So it's just all bouncing up however many levels there are in that damn building.
I think 16, and you're on 4. And to give everybody an idea why she's saying that is because the main building is a triangle. So the rooms, right? So when you're standing on floor 4 and you look up, it's all wide open space and all the way up to the tip of the triangle. I will say, though, people are often concerned because it is so loud. So they question if the rooms are noisy, and they really aren't. So they do a nice job at blocking the noise out of the rooms, because when you walk out of your room, you look down and you're overlooking the 4th floor with all those things. Yeah. But back to the food, I might be in the minority. I hate Chef Mickey's. This is my least favorite character meal. And I think because of all the things you just said, all character meals with buffets are chaotic, right? But the food's not great, in my opinion. I've been probably over a half dozen times and thinking it's going to get better, and it never does.
Man.
I don't I don't know. It's just not. It's really not great, and it feels cheap. I don't feel like the Contempo Cafe is literally right there, right? Like their quick service. Let me order a
They
burger
like
is right
share a wall
next to my $72
per person.
character meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is wild, and it's not great in my opinion. Now it is
Yeah.
convenient for it is the closest if you have a short trip or you want a quick character meal, it is going to be the closest character meal with the Fab Five, Mickey, Minnie,
Mhm.
and friends
Yeah.
to Magic Kingdom. But when
Otherwise, it's not. Yeah. It would never be my first choice to send a client for a character meal. Regardless of what characters they want to see, but especially like Fab Five, I wouldn't send them there unless it's, yeah, tying into a Magic Kingdom day and then that makes sense. Or like if there's a very specific character that they want to see that like is hard to find it elsewhere. Cause like I'm thinking about Ohana and like you can see Mickey at Ohana if that's who you're most excited to see, which a lot of kids that is the case. But there are better places to meet the Fab Five, in my opinion.
yes, and so we talked about a little bit about the room accommodations. There, it's rethemed. So if you do have an Incredibles fan, super fan, you could
I see what you did there.
you
Super
know
fan.
you could stay there. I do like that. They're spacious, a little retro, to fit the Incredibles theming. And I will say some of the bigger villas. So Bay Lake Tower is the name of the villas section. So if you're looking for those 1 and 2 bedroom villas, and the awesome part of those villas is unlike most other villas on Disney property, the 1 bedroom has 2 full bathrooms and the 2 bedroom has 3 full bathrooms. So the only other villa is Kidani Village that follows that same setup. Otherwise, the 1 bedroom has 1 bathroom and the 2 bedroom has 2 bathrooms. So they get that extra bathroom in. So a little added value and pretty spacious villas.
And that is actually a good. I've never been in Bay Lake Tower because you have to be staying in that tower to enter that tower. Isn't that right?
To go to the restaurant on the top, you have to be a
Yeah.
DVC member. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
And I've
and there's
never.
not much. It's a very small lobby. Like you wouldn't. It's not much to
Yeah.
see.
But it is slightly closer to Magic Kingdom
It
by
is.
like 100 feet.
It is, and it has its own pool. But we can talk a little bit about access, or to activities. They have the standard things that a deluxe resort's going to have. Well, all resorts have the pool, entertainment, and so forth. But the pool's pretty awful.
I was gonna say I don't. As far as I know, the pool's not great there.
It's very basic.
Yeah.
They do have a little splash area, but it's really basic. It is on the lake, so there's some beautiful sunrise views and things, but um, the accessibility is really the main key, as we've already talked about. Easy access to walking to um, Magic Kingdom,
Magic
hopping on the
Kingdom,
monorail to get you to Epcot,
Epcot.
Polynesian, or the Grand Floridian. If you maybe have restaurant reservations there, you can also hop on a boat and get to Wilderness Lodge and or Fort Wilderness. So you do have ease of access if you don't have a car to get to really 4 other resorts and 2 theme parks. So the location is nice, but that's honestly it's not for us.
And if you are a Disney history fan, it is one of the original resorts of Walt Disney World. So, like, that is something that's really cool. If you're a fan of Mary Blair, who not created It's a Small World, but she's one of the main designers of It's a Small World, there's a huge mural of hers in the building, which is really cool. Again, if you're into Disney history, I think that I'm like trying to think right now if there's a resort that does a better job with Disney history. And I would say I think that's it.
No, and it's the number. It was the first um, resort to open.
Resort.
Technically, the Polynesian opened the next day,
Right.
so they were the two first
Yeah.
resorts. The other thing is it's contemporary, but it's actually like it's modern with this retro futuristic vibe, right? So it was contemporary in 1971 of like, but it kind of stuck with that. So I feel like it's like Jetsons ish.
It feels very mid century modern,
Yeah, yeah,
but like the super uncomfortable why did people do this mid-century modern and not the like really cool coming back into style right now mid-century
Yeah. Yeah. Like what is that weird shaped orange chair with brown legs?
But
Yeah.
it is a good spot. If you've got small kids with you, it's your first trip, you're really only focusing on Magic Kingdom and like seeing characters is a big deal for you. Contemporary is a good choice. It's just a matter of like understanding what you're in for, understanding what the price point is equating to in terms of, you know, if you're staying in the garden wing or if you want a theme park view and recognizing those differences. The garden wing is going to put you further from the bus. It's going to put you further from Magic Kingdom, but you're still in closer proximity than you would be at any other hotel. So I think that just recognizing what you're getting is the most important thing there. It's also one of 2 or 3 convention center spaces within the Walt Disney World Resort. So there can be an influx of people there at times. I'm thinking specifically of myself. I will be there in January for a Disney College Program alumni event. That's where they host the event because it's centrally located for a good group of people, and it's a large space that they have. So if you don't like people, maybe avoid it because it's again like the most easily accessible for Magic Kingdom too. If people are like, I just want to see what a Disney resort looks like because I'm staying off property, it's probably the easiest one for them to get to that like they can see it, they know they can just walk over to
Right.
it. So just keep that in mind.
And it's intentionally futuristic because it is one of the only resorts you can see from inside of a Disney park. So when you're in Tomorrowland, it kind of is a backdrop to Tomorrowland, and it looks kind of fits the vibe of Tomorrowland and Magic Kingdom. And if if somebody was going to give me a free room there, I would stay there in a second. But we feel like there are better options to, for most people. So just dig in a little.
Yeah,
But
definitely. But that being said, we're going to cover more resorts. We've already done a few. Keep listening. We're trying to be very intentional with these episodes. We're keeping them short and sweet, giving you the facts, giving you our opinion on it, and, just helping you be more informed to make your decision the next time you go to Walt Disney World. Or maybe you just don't know anything and you just want to know. And then that's what we're here for too. But until next time, let's just go.